Let's make some cinnamon raisin sourdough bread. In your bowl, add 125 grams of raisins and then cover with water and then set aside and let soak for about 45 minutes. Grab a bowl to mix your dough in. I have my starter here. I'm going to add 100 grams to my bowl. Add 350 grams of water and then mix this together. Add 500 grams of bread flour and then mix this together. Add 10 grams of salt, and then you're going to knead this, and you're gonna knead it for like 3 to 5 minutes, and it is going to be sticky. So that is normal. Now that we have that all mixed up, we're just gonna go ahead and cover and then let it rest for 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and do some pull and folds. Okay, so now that it's been 30 minutes and these have soaked for at least 45 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and drain the water off the raisins. Go ahead and take your cover off your dough and then add these to the top of your dough. Next, you're going to want to wet your hands because your dough is sticky and it's better to have wet hands. And this is gonna be like our first round of pull and folds, and what you're gonna do is pull up on the dough and pull this in. And turn your bowl a quarter at a time to go all the way around your bowl. After that, go ahead and cover, and we will come back in 15 to 30 minutes and do another round of pull and folds. We are going to do our second round of pull and folds. Go ahead and wet your hands again, even though the dough is less sticky this time. And we're gonna pull the dough up and fold it in, and just repeat that same thing that we did the first time. Pull up and fold in. And as we do this, it'll incorporate those raisins all around the bread. Again, cover, and then come back again in 15, 30 minutes. We are going to do our last round of pull and folds, and you'll actually notice this time is that your dough is not as sticky. So go ahead and same thing. Pull up and fold in. And you'll just see how those raisins just kind of incorporated all around. Then go ahead and cover, and then let it rest on your countertop for 6 to 8 hours until it doubles in size. It kind of depends on how hot your house is how long it will take to do this bulk fermentation process. And then after that, we'll come back and shape it. So my dough has definitely doubled in size. This is what it's looking like. So first we're going to mix up our cinnamon sugar mixture for the middle of this. I'm gonna do 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar mixed with as much cinnamon as you want. And then mix that together. And then set that aside. Next up, sprinkle your countertop with some flour and also add some flour to your banneton. Next, get your dough out. And then I'm just gonna spread it out to a rectangle. Go ahead and put your cinnamon sugar mixture in the middle of it, but make sure you leave a border along the edge. And then we're gonna fold it into thirds. And then you just wanna be very gentle with this. Go ahead and roll it up. And then you just go ahead and you like push it and then tuck the sides as you pull it back towards you. So push it away from you and then tuck it. You just wanna make sure you don't do this too many times or pull it too much, otherwise you're gonna split it and all the cinnamon sugar is just gonna come out. Add some flour to your bread, and then we're gonna place it in the banneton. Going to go ahead and cover this, and then I'm gonna place it in the fridge overnight and I'll bake it in the morning. It's the next morning and I'm gonna get ready to bake my sourdough. I already have my oven preheated to 450 degrees and we're gonna get this on some parchment paper. And then go ahead and get it on there. I'm gonna go ahead and score it. Okay, so I'm going to put this in a 450 degree preheated oven for 30 minutes. Remove the lid, lower the temperature to 400, cook it for another 15 to 20 minutes. And it is all done. I will put the full recipe in the description below, and then join me for more recipes.